just copy this URL and then open up your iPad or other mobile device and type into the URL, that same URL, or in my case, I'll just paste it because it's copied over from iCloud copy and paste, and there it is. And there's the buttons. So now as I tap on these, I can switch from camera 1 to 2 to 3 to 5 to 2 to 6 to 7 and back to 1 again. Fantastic. Now there is one thing missing from this. You'll notice that if I tap on the buttons, we actually see a button color change. And that's great. That's very handy to know which button you have tapped on, which angle is currently live. We can actually replicate that in software as well. Let me show you how. I'll go back to Companion, and now under each button, I want to turn on something called Instance Feedback. This allows me to provide feedback through the button depending on the state of the button. So in this case, I want to have it go red, just like this does, when that camera angle is active. I'll go in here to add feedback. This is the ISO, and the one I want is right on top. ATEM ISO, change colors from mixer program tally. That's what we're looking at. It's the program input, what's on the air, and the tally is its state. I'll select that. By default, it's set to red, and it's set to camera 1, which is what I want for camera 1, and that's it. Let's do it for camera 2 as well. Put this in here, add that in, set this to camera 2, and now let's test it out. We'll go back over here, and if I tap on 2 here, we'll see that goes red, and it switches over here as well. Let's go to 1 and 2, and so on. So now let's go ahead and update the rest of the buttons as well. Number 3 is easy. We'll go to 3, add this in here, set that to camera 3. And then for the rest of these, 4 through 7, we're going to have to set it to be looking at the ATEM Mini, not the ATEM Mini Pro ISO. So once again, with 4 selected, we'll go down and add the instance feedback. I'm going to type in Mini to make sure I'm filtering by just the Mini commands. It's right on top, and it's set to camera 4. Number 5, set this, Mini program tally, set that to camera 5. 6, Mini tally 6, and finally 7, Mini tally 7. There we go. Now they're all set up. Let's see how they work. There's 1, there's 2, there's 4, there's 6, there's 2. Now you'll notice that you can get into a situation where multiple buttons are lit up at once, just like on the actual hardware. There might actually be a way to work around that where it ignores one and only looks at the other. I haven't dug that far into it, but for now at least, it's easy enough to know that number 3 is active, 1 is active, 5, 7, and so on. You know that you've tapped it, you get that feedback, and you know that that angle is up. So that is how you can add 3 more inputs to your ATEM Mini, your ATEM Mini Pro, or your ATEM Mini Pro ISO for just $100 a piece. An ATEM Mini is $300, add that in, and away you go. Companion is free, and that's all you need. Now, if you want to add hardware switching, you can actually get an Elgato Stream Deck, which will allow you to take these buttons and move them back into hardware, which is really cool. But that's something for another video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the like button, tell a friend. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.